Third day in a row, real-time watercolor painting at 8 a.m. So what we got is we have a live model of an apple, a photo of a pear. That's the single light source there. We're also going to have this. That's just to get an idea of what's happening here, but now we have this other light so we can see what we're doing. We have successfully done sort of like an underpainting, and time to jump right in. So let's just see if we can get a good shot here. Big news, this brush, which the cat stole, and I don't know what he did with it. It magically appeared on the desk this morning, so someone found it, and that's great. So anyway, we have did this like the last week, and I think we could, fix that up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, this whole background should be richer, and I think everything could be improved slightly, but it was time to move on, and I think today we could celebrate finding this great brush, and maybe work a little bit more on this apple from life. So why don't we try that, and let's just jump right on it. What do you think? I would say a good place to start is try to get a better representation of these very light pale yellow greens. So we're going to start with that. Let's try to get ourselves a very light pale yellow green color to I guess this maybe was one that we were using the other day. Let's try to boost that with yellow. This one here is kind of a good exaggerate color. It's called rust, but it's kind of like a fluorescent yellow, which it never hurts to have a little power in the color. So that does exaggerate the color, but let's see what happens if we put some of that. That's early in this painting, so I'm going to try right here. You see right there where it's in the back of the indentation right there. I'm going to start right there. Let's see what we got. So that looks good. So I'm just going to do that little area, because we start painting this same tone all over the place, it's going to make the painting look flat, because this identical tone is going to look hey, G-So, thank you, and no one BS, thank you for coming by and making a comment. Wow, 3 thumbs up. That's amazing. Thanks so much, everybody. That's really great. Anyway, I'm saying we're doing this yellow here. I mean, it's tempting to like do some over here too, but I don't want to have the same tone here and here. This is closer than that. If we get the same tone, they're not going to look close. It's not going to look closer. It's going to look the same distance away, making our painting look flat. So now I'm going to let's lean into the green a little more. And so that was that color. So let's just take that, but hit this green, and now we're got the same color, but we're leaning into the green, and I would just go right here. And that looks good. There's a little shadow there. There's also one here. I think we can hopefully go there. Now I rinse the brush, take a lot of the water out, and I'm just going to smear this. Okay, that's cool. And then that worked good. I'm going to do it right here also. And we got the shadow of the stem right there. We can check out the single light source. Shadow of the stem is extremely bold. Hi, VagZZ. Thank you for the positivity. The other day I got 18 thumbs up. It was absolutely amazing, I gotta say. I'm not saying that I deserve that today or anything, but it certainly was amazing. Anyway, forgot what we were just doing. Let's see. I got my cloud-shaped tester. Okay, we got a pale green there. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're back. We're working back here. You know, well, I'm gonna rinse this off. Just leave it damp, and I'm going to smear that edge. So you know, hard edge is not really you know the best. We don't need a lot of hard edges at this point. That's all. Since we're on a green, I'm going to jump into a couple of these pear color greens here. So let's just, we got this, there, we got a, well, I want to get more yellow in that. Let's see. I think this weekend I'm going to set up a better, well, have fun at school. No one BS, and you know, hope you can learn a lot today. All right, so we're hitting our yellow here, and try and get a yellow for, I mean, a green for right here, I think. All right, let's see if we can. We're doing that right there, and you know, this is the early stage of the painting, so you know, we are loose. You know, later on, the painting is going to be more like that, like, you know, so tight, it's like, it's silly almost. All right, now I'm going to see about, like, this yellow. Just going to hit the yellow area. Let's see if we can just, okay, that's good. And, you know, likewise, same as I was talking about up here, we don't want to have the same tone all over the place. So I think we're okay with that. I'm going to go with more of a cadmium yellow right here. So having the second tone of yellow should make things look nearer and farther. Now let's take a green, and this green here is kind of like a turquoise, which all by itself is like, looks so dumb, but mixed with other colors, it helps give other color. It's a good base color to get some pop. Now I'm going to go use up this yellow we got here. That didn't, it's not doing anything. Let's see. That's getting there. Okay, so I'm trying to see about a green for like this area here. Big moment, since this is right at the edge, so we are establishing our edge, and I don't really want to be going in too many places, but I'm just going there, make the brush damp. Now I'm going to just sort of what do you call it, get kind of a gradation here, and let's just come down here. Here, as you see that white highlight there, we definitely want to keep that in, so I'm just going to not even, I'm going to like paint up here, and we're trying to leave, see the white we left here and here is a very important aspect of going a little bit darker for this right here. This, yes, that's nice. Wow, that looks good. Okay, somehow we got something looks good. This bump, I don't like that bump. I'm gonna try to remove this bump. Okay, so we removed the bump. Since the paint's fresh, all I had to do was put some water on there, and then, you know, it's almost invisible. It's still there, but almost invisible. So we got rid of the bump. Now, let's see about getting some of these greens that are right here. Hi, Eric. Thanks very much for your comment. You know, it just takes some practice, okay? What we're doing here is super easy, baby. You know, try to follow along, and you know, the apple curved. We just did lines curved like this. It is like it's a little weird. I don't know, but let's see. The apple is like, you know, there's the stem, and then it's like this, and you know, we did that in pretty light colors. Okay, and then there's that, and this way you can, you know, build form on the apple, and it sort of gives you like a guide. And since that's uh, so then, you know, then you put in this thing, like the what do you call it, the red part, and you know, pretty soon it's starting to have a 3D look, and so it's really easy, right? So you know, give that a try, and as we progress, we can, you can check back, and you know, hopefully this will look half decent after a while, and then if, if it's possible, it's gonna look horrible. Let's see. Anyway, while we're at it, let's just see about it. See how this red part has that reflection there, which is actually this lamp, Draftsman's lamp. So here, that's the real what we really want, which is a single highlight right here. This stick highlight is just because this other light we have, which illuminates the whole desk, is it's always a weird kind of light. Put it that way. So anyway, we're trying to, here we've got this area, we're trying to just hit that. So I'm gonna get some more red. I got this other red here. I gotta look up the name of this red. It's very, I don't know if it's especially apple red, but it's very kind of opaque usually. So here I'm gonna just see there's a little bump of red, and that's a little red island in a kind of a greenish thing. That's our little bump, and let's see about right here. And then we're going to continue with the that same concept that we did right here in this demonstration thing, where we're going to try to echo the contour lines, which are kind of in there. Some apples more than others, but you know, there's these contour lines. Let's see if we can just get a couple right here. Okay. And you know, that's a little bit kind of literal, but if we get a few of these things going and then paint other things on top, then it's just gonna sort of help us with the overall effect of that apple shape. And so I'm gonna just see, hit a little bit more here, and we need a dark down here because high contrast is going to appear closer to the viewer. And so if we get a high contrast thing here, this is actually a shadow, but I'm going to do this as maybe an underpainting, and that, and we already have that purple there, which is, you know, supposed to be a let's try to continue the shadow like that. Okay, and there's a highlight right here. It's not really showing up with my camera angle, but see this highlight right here? Very important highlight too. So that's why I'm leaving that white there. See this white? And that's so we can get a really bold highlight right there. Okay, next, wow, 7 thumbs up. That's great. Thank you, everybody. 7 thumbs up. Wow. That already makes it like in the top 5 of my live thingamajigs. Okay, anyway. My first painting on this, and I hope that's not the case with this painting, I'm just going to check because the sound was on like for 10 seconds, and then it seems like the whole video, you miss out on my wonderful and informative dialogue. So hopefully the mic doesn't go off on this one. Okay, well, one person here, and welcome to that one person. So anyway, we're trying to just add volume to the apple at this point. So I got a red here. Let's just see about, oh, that looks good. Wow. Okay, good paint stroke. All right, this is gonna come down here. Okay, I'm gonna use the same color here and here because basically it's kind of like the same distance from the viewer. So maybe I can do some right here. I don't know. Just maybe just right there. So, you know, we definitely don't want to do a line all the way around the apple, okay? It's going to look like a cartoon or something. So that's why I got a line here, a line there, and we have yet to do any lines on the other areas. Here I'm going to see about, uh, depict this area here with like an orange. And so we just happen to have an orange right here from the tomato. So let's go a little more red in that orange, and that looks pretty good, right? Okay, let's see if we can just get up here. Okay, nice, maybe. And try to go here. Okay, so you know, you see we're leaving this white here. In my estimation, you really want to do that because you know, if you get going with like really big, I'm gonna actually take this some of this out. So just to any big, see the way this thing here is looks like a big blotch. I always like to break those up a little bit. So on a big blotch, and that's a good. There's actually a highlight right there. I'm gonna just see about removing some of this paint. I'm just painting this with water. Let it sit a minute, and there we go. Now it's instead of a big giant blotch, it is a smaller blotch, and we have a little highlight in there. This highlight is actually a reflection of this. You know, the light's coming there, but there's a slight reflection, and it's right there. It's not really coming out there. You can see it a little better. Those reflections are very instrumental. And wow, 7 thumbs up. Thanks so much, everybody. That's really great. That really is a big number. I'm used to having maybe 1 thumbs up. I guess, I don't know. Now it says I got to